Hello everyone and welcome to round 4 of the Rental Battle Tournament. In this battle, it is the final round of Swiss against DS Gaming. And DS Gaming, I believe they're making their debut in this tournament. And they're running Team 8, which are one of the 3 teams, which is a mix and match of the different generations. And in this battle, we're going to decide who wins Swiss. Now, the loser still has a pretty good chance of making top cut. The winner will definitely have one top cut. So, considering I've beaten Team 10 already, which I was afraid of earlier on in the tournament, I think I stand a pretty good chance of winning this tournament. So, I'd just like to win this as well. See what I can do. Let's see what Team 8 is like. Team 8 consists of Farfetch'd, Wartortle, Braixen, Alolan Persian, Nidorina, and Girder. And there is at least multiple moves on these Pokemon on Team 8 that during the tournament people were like, can that Pokemon even learn that move? Since when? Question mark, question mark. Potentially we will see these moves in this battle. Let's go! Farfetch'd first, then Vullaby. Toxic is missed. I plucked to do some decent damage. Unfortunately, they don't have a berry, so I can't really do much of that. They poisoned me with Toxic. I just deal some more damage because I can. Pluck, even more damage, one more shot and it's a KO, but they have Roost. Yeah, that's not good for me, and that's not going to get me anywhere. So I U-turn, deal some damage. I get out of there. Wait a sec. Should that not have been not very effective? Because Poison is normal against normal and flying. Bug is normal against normal, but Bug is not very effective against flying, isn't it? Oh, because they use Roost, right. Okay, yeah. Never mind. They lose Flying type for that turn. So, I, went in with Dwosion, but they were like, yeah, Persian is cool. I'm gonna use Persian. I do Thunder Wave, but then I need to get out of there, because Persian's dangerous. Persian uses U-turn, gets out of there. Once again, that weak armor that's gonna activate so many times. A bit of toxic damage. Let's see what I can do with Pluck. Yeah, Wartortle has pretty good defenses as well. So, yeah, I can heal up with Citrus Berry with the toxic damage. I'm not gonna survive that long with Vullaby, so out of there. Klein comes in, see what I can do, push up a Wild Switch. Here's one of the moves that I was talking about. Did you realize that Wartortle could learn Confusion? By the way, they must have predicted me using U-turn or switching, because Confusion doesn't do anything on Vullaby. Anyway, did you know that Wartortle can learn Confusion? I only found that out when I was building the rental teams, and I was like, okay, yeah. For some of the Pokemon, I just need to give them one move that people don't realize they can even get. Whether it's a good move or just a decent move. In this case, it's a decent move for Wartortle in Confusion. Confusion for Wartortle is a Generation 2 breeding move. And now that Gold, Silver, and Crystal are on the Virtual Console, connect via Pokemon Bank and then send your Pokemon over to Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, you can get Confusion Wartortle in the latest games, and therefore in these battles as well. However, because they come from the Virtual Console games, they 100% have their hidden ability, which I believe in Wartortle's case is Rain Dish, which meant I couldn't use Torrent. I wanted to use Torrent, I believe, on it, but I couldn't do that. I had to go with Rain Dish, and I definitely wanted to keep Confusion on it, so I went with that option. They continue with Water Pulse. I Wild Charge, predicting, I think, a switch? Just because I didn't want to waste it on Totemize, which definitely has happened before. Wild Charge again. Don't deal too much damage, not too much to me. Wartortle down. Unfortunately, the Nidorina comes in with Stomping Tantrum. Pretty good move. Especially if you move before it fails, I believe that's the one. Infestation, they have Rattled. That increases their special attack, but they have an eject button. Alolan Persian was, I believe, a pretty strong Pokemon. And I gave it the eject button to weaken the way it's used. Although Alolan Persian, I believe, is pretty fast as well, so it can generally attack before it gets attacked. At least it got rid of their stat boost, although I believe that Persian doesn't even use special attack anyway, so it doesn't... No, it's speed. It boosts its speed, not special attack. What am I talking about? I'm confused. It's too hot out today. First impression, another move that people were like, ugh, can it even get that? Since when? Because that was Golisopod's move, right? Yep, but I believe Farfetch'd and maybe one other Pokemon, I don't remember for certain, but at least Farfetch'd can get it via breeding, I believe. I want to say it's breeding. There's another switch. Flame Burst. Good damage on Persian. They're slow enough that the paralysis version is gone. Lambert appreciates that. Girder comes in. Flame Burst. Rock Throw. Deals decent damage, but Lambert's looking good. That was less than half. No crit there. Lambert, go, go, go. Flame Burst again. They do switch in breaks, which makes sense, but I hex, predicting that possibility. Psychic Train. This is the Psychic Train setter. Increase their special defense, which makes sense. Go with Wish, but I reset their stats with Clear Smoke. They do good damage with Psybeam. Steal my Eviolite! Leaves them at 1%. Yes, if you hadn't figured it out during the earlier rounds, Lampent is one of the 2 Pokemon in the tournament that's holding Eviolite. That's how it survived all of those moves, and that's why I kept going on about its great defenses. Because it has decent defenses, but not great. With Eviolite, it definitely was amazing. They then almost take me out, take my Eviolite, then because of the Eviolite, live at 1 HP. This is a breaking point in this battle. Then they obviously heal with Wish. Yeah. I'm immune to the Psybeam, but they now have Eviolite. I need to deal with that thing quickly. And now they just Wish. And now I wish I wish I wouldn't have gotten rid of their stat boost, because now Punishment deals less damage. I increase my speed, that's not going to do much. I Mirror Move, because I thought I might get Psybeam, I think. No, not. Wish. I might have gotten Wish. I'm not really sure why I did it. They switch out Braixen, saving it for later, knowing that has the Eviolite and is very useful. Nidorina comes in, I Mud Shot. This shouldn't be too hard to deal with, even if they increase their speed. I've already lowered it twice. They do good damage with Super Fang, though, halving my HP. At least Nidorina's gonna... I lead 4-3, but I'm just so afraid of that Braixen. Vanillish comes in, I feel that that's the best way to go for against Farfetch'd. However, they double crit me with Aerial Ace, and I'm going to tell you why. Farfetch'd is holding the stick item, which is an exclusive item for Farfetch'd that increases its critical hit ratio by 2 stages. And I've checked I learned new things when building these teams about how critical hits work throughout the different generations. I believe Gen 1 is different, having it based the crit chance based on speed. Then it was changed to, I think, 1/16 and increased by one stage, and it's 1/8, 1/4, half, full chance. In Generation 7, it starts as a 1 in 24 chance. It was actually lowered from previous generations. If it's upped by 1 stage, it's a 1 in 8 chance. If it's upped by 2 stages, such as the stick from Farfetch'd, it's a 50% chance to crit. So 50% of Farfetch'd moves would crit. Now, if Farfetch'd would have a move like Slash, which has an increased critical hit ratio, it would always crit. Same way if a Pokemon with, let's say, Super Luck as its ability, which only increases it by 1 stage, uses a move like Slash or Night Slash, which increases it by 1 stage, making it 2 stages, and is holding an item that increases it by 1 stage, such as I think Razor Claw does it, that's 3 stages plus, which means always crit, and that could be really painful. The Ocean comes in, they switch to Girder, letting it take the hit because they know they want to use First Impression. I expect that, so I just let Lampent take that hit. I don't want Devotion to get hit by First Impression. They decide to Aerial Ace anyway, so much damage. I need the Paralysis luck with Thunder Wave. Shockwave deals good damage. They hit me anyway. Palpitoad, can you do something? Faster than Farfetch'd thanks to Paralysis. But the Eviolite Braixen is there. And that's just gonna finish it off, because that doesn't do enough. It's stealing Eviolite after surviving with 1%. Braixen definitely did really well with its Magician ability and gets DS Gaming the first win. This is going to be difficult to get through. Battle 2. They start with Nidorina. I keep opening with Vullaby. Pluck. Get their Salac Berry. I learned that in the last fight, I get the speed. I lower my defenses, I get even more speed. Pluck. Deal more damage. I do get poison, which is unfortunate. Then they poison jab me, and yeah, that's going to be poison death. No, it's not. I forgot my Citrus Berry. Wow, okay. Speedy Diaper Baby Go. U-turn. Get out of there. Palpitoad. Poison Jab resisted thanks to its ground typing, and I can Mud Shot and take out Nidorina. Girder. I Mud Shot, lower its speed. This is decent. This is one of the things I wanted with this as well. In regular competitive battling, there's a lot of moves that either KO, near KO, or made for that. This way, it's a lot more of a quarter damage, a third damage, maybe half damage. It's a lot more difficult with the base power of the moves, and even the stats of the moves, but also the base power of the moves, of the stats of the Pokemon, and then the base power of them was to get a one-shot. So this makes for a lot more strategy, potentially more switching, definitely a lot more strategy in how you use your moves and combined with your status moves. It definitely gave some options with status moves. I made sure that Pluck was there, but some other Pokemon on other teams held berries. In that sense, I give some Pokemon items or moves depending on other teams. Not necessarily to counter them, but to actually make use of it. I think one Pokemon has Destiny Knots, which if they get attracted, the one that uses Attract gets attracted. Two Pokemon have attracted the entire thing. I think the Subat from Team 10 and then Team 1's Ponyta. Not that you'll ever see that. This is an interesting move here, because they use their move after having used Psychic. Psychic Terrain puts up Psychic Terrain, activates their Psychic Seed, therefore they have no item, therefore they can steal my move. I sent in Devotion, they now get the Colbur Berry. I wanted to make sure that they didn't get the Eviolite, so this way they have the Colbur Berry, which is going to be so useful in Breaking, considering they're not Psychic type yet and therefore not weak to Dark, so it's not going to do anything. I hit them with Hidden Power, which is increased in power by Psychic Terrain, because it's Hidden Power Psychic, and Breakson's down. That's that threat out of the way. Need to make sure that doesn't get the Eviolite. Devotion's down with Farfetch'd. Quite surprised it needs first impression, but it's likely because they predicted a switch. Frost Breath comes in, obliterates Farfetch'd. Girder, I do still lead. Girder actually gets taken out by Frost Breath as well. I'm happy it did, because it's 90% accurate. Persian, I'll probably be taking out their flinch. No. Hit Persian back for 50% damage. That's good. Vanillish is taken down now, but here comes Lampent. Time to deal some good damage. They need to flinch me. They don't get the flinch there. They need another one. They need it. They need it. They need it. They don't get it. And Flameburst takes out Persian. It's 1-1. And the final battle will decide the winner of Swiss. I keep opening with Vullaby, they open with Girder. Time for Pluck. Doesn't deal as much as I'd hoped. They actually Thunder Punch deal over half. And even if I increase my health with Citrus Berry, that weak armor is not going to do me any good. So, time to go. Let's see, what is the discussion going on here? Yeah, this calculations. What are the chances of the person losing this battle, therefore this match, of reaching top gun, which is still pretty high. It depends on what other people do. Force Pump paralyzed me. That's not good for Palpitoad. They are faster. They hit me again. At least I can hit them for a bit. That's nice predictions. What did I have before? I had Vullaby before. That worked out for them. Palpitoad is gone. They lead. At least I'm fast. I can take out the Girder. They probably let that happen to get a free switch into Farfetch'd. Is going for the crits. They didn't get it here, however, I lowered my defense again, so yeah, that's not looking too good. They actually switched to Nidorina, though. U-turn, I get out. Devotion is in. Super Fang lowers my health. I Thunder Wave, predicting a possible switch. Then just Hidden Power Psychic, and Nidorina is gone, and I take the lead in Pokemon. Farfetch'd, yeah, I don't like that idea, so either First Impression or Aerialize. Clang resists both. And I think I Totemize here? Yeah, because they have nothing really to that's super dangerous against me. Nidorina is pretty dangerous, Girder especially. Wild Charge to Wartortle. Water Pulse doesn't deal too much, another Wild Charge to Wartortle is gone, that's 5-3. Looking good after the first dangerous battle with the Eviolite breaks in. Wild Charge. Do they set up Psychic Terrain again? No, they just use Wish. I switch to Lampent. They use Psychic Terrain. Pretty sure I switch out to make sure they don't get Eviolite, yeah. I didn't think they'd use Psychic Terrain, so I switched to Lampent. But I was here. As I say here in the chat, I wasn't going to give you Eviolite again. So Devotion's back in, paralyze it. They have increased special defense, but Hidden Power makes use of the Psychic Terrain to boost its power, deals good damage. And because they're paralyzed, Hex from Lampent deals more damage and takes out the breaks, and it's 4-2. Let's see if the flinching happens this time. It doesn't. Flame Burst, let's go. They're switched out by the eject button. They Toxic me with Farfetch'd. I Flame Burst. Good damage. Also, Farfetch'd just one hit away from being down. Roost, makes sense that they stall. Stall with the Toxic. That's why they need. Make sure I don't get created. I decide to just not let them do that. Switch to Clang. Get my Apical Berry. That's not really going to do too much. I Totemize because I go second. Wild Charge, take myself out in the process, but at least Farfetch'd is gone. Only Persian there. Let's see what I can do with Lampent. It can't survive one hit if I don't get flinched. I do get flinched, and then the Toxic takes me out. Vanillish, let's go. They need to continuously flinch me to have a chance. I just had to Hail, deal some damage. Because I believe I used Hail. One to help me heal, potentially survive a bit longer. But this was a damage calculation. Now, I don't have a damage calculator during any of these matches. Like sometimes when people, like VGC players, build their teams, like damage calculations do help in deciding where to put exact EVs. Like you wouldn't just put 252 in attack and 252 in speed for sweeper. You might put just 240 in speed to outspeed certain threats, then max in attack, and then a bit in defense or something to help defend against things. I believe I based this on the previous battle because I do have the replays of the previous battles open, and we did have Vanillish versus Persian there, I believe. And my attack did just under 50% or exactly 50%, and like it's just above 50%, so I'm not going to take it out. But with Hail damage this turn and the next, Frost Breath should be able to take it out. Here comes Frost Breath, doesn't take it out, but then the Hail does. Plan worked, Vanillish makes it. It's exactly as planned. We win the match, go 4-0 in Switch, therefore win top cut. Could we get our title back? There's 2 matches left to play, the semi-final and the final. And I can tell you now that our opponent here, DS Gaming, did make the top cut. I have 12 points out of 4 matches with the maximum amount of wins. 3 people had 9 points. DS Gaming, obviously, with the only loss against me. Others are Glalie Does Games, a round 2 opponent who only lost against us in round 2. And then Texas Man Gaming. Yeah, Texas Man Gaming is there as well. And they want their title. Because they lost it to Storm in the previous tournament. They want it. Texas Man Gaming, just like Glalie Does Games, has Team 10. So 2 Team 10s in top cuts. Then my Team 5. And then DS Gaming's Team 8. So whatever team we face in semis and then either match for third or finals, we've beaten the team before. But the luck might go the other way. There might be different choices in what Pokemon and what moves are used, so you never really know. I'll see you all in the semi-final. Goodbye.